Mechia it's for. So our friend me say no dear, make us a be senior, Mr. Philip Addison. Okay, say in the year 2013, issues of Tobinco, FDA can say Tobinco, almost tongue and almost producing fake drugs. Now, at that point in time, banning almost product, ports. Apart from that, almost products, almost drugs, now warehouses, and they prevented them from having access to them. Now, in conform, more of products, also suppliers, almost shops to collect those drugs because someone can say Tobinco almost tongue and they are producing drugs. In the year 2019, Tobinco take legal action against FDA. Now, just July had court judgment in favor of Tobinco. The rules of justice grind slowly. And even if it, no matter what, but of course, no matter how long case today, Tobinco and a judgment in their favor. And in that period, you guys answer the assembly court you arrested Dr. Amutope, be an arrest and even lock them up at Ima police station. Apart from that, letterhead in be an ransack office and to their letterhead and wrote typed on the letterhead say they have admitted say almost tongue fake drugs. Now do a quest on any business partner, Place GVS Limited, to sign that letter. In the judgment, Judge Kokrokoo can say, so kind two letters on the sign Kokrokoo in issue of say Tobinco any business partner they have admitted say almost one fake drugs to Kokrokoo. So kind letters no, the words are the same. You can say even common sense will show that even if you draw the same to Kokrokoo, you sue the same wording, and so clearly, it is true. Say, Mr. Dr. Amutope, and the business partner, Mr. Kamado, they were coerced to sign a letter that was published in the media, and say, and then despite many years of being caught, in his own wisdom, I guarantee judgment in favor of Tobinco. And yet, the main reason why your client court was the abuse of powers and duties. In law, no, your friend, is citizens. And no, say, Yama, we are public officer. Yeah, Yama, to me, say, you would do in accordance with law. Now, who abuses are, and even used to settle personal vendetta. And that's what FTA led by Dr. Opuni at that time. But don't forget, under that same administration of government, when Dr. Opuni or exited, Mr. Harry or Bayern or regularizing all the things I can say to be go and were all figures and all that. Instead we do Mokhtari, regularize because of who say all those things were into crime. But because of the damage that Tobinco has faced over the years, and let's be honest, say regulator, not or can say who don't fake drugs. I mean, Tobinco is even lucky. Say, and then they are still striving because they would have collapsed long ago. Because automatically, the one would like come and patronize your product. But yet, I have to say, all this period that you were caught and all that, people, Dr. Amutope, any Tobinco and all that, still they are striving. Today, yet, I have to say, judgment has been given in their favor.
So, judgment we actually saying.
Judgment, I say, indeed, Tobinco has never sold fake drugs, never produced fake drugs, because there were no evidence to support that fact. And apart from that, Ansana FDA Crapo say Ansana is banning Tobinco from importing drugs or producing drugs. As I say, approval from the Minister of Health through an executive instrument. Same way, banning Place GVS, Indian company, from importing drugs into Ghana. No, and any foreign company for importing drugs into Ghana, as I say, we need approval. FDA need approval from Minister of Health through an executive instrument. FDA, yes, sir. And all these things with the lack of evidence, in him say after the court, the game is the evidence. And he said, after all the allegations, now here can media. There were interviews from officials of FDA saying that Tobincos are criminals, and the fact that we are almost on fake drugs and all that, and that they court and they could not provide or tender any evidence to that fact. It clearly means that these are mere allegations, and it means that Tobinco has been exonerated from the allegations of fake drugs. It also means obedient to me in Kase Tobinco act on fake drugs and are producing fake drugs that they have never done that, and that is what the court has summarized in the judgment.
Enti Tobinco Huson.
Come again.
Enti Tobinco Huson. Asama yede to muso se Tobinco fake drugs no entisa.
Entisa.
And there is no evidence to prove say Tobinco fake drugs
at all, and that's not put. And almost don't fake drugs. They don't produce fake drugs. They have never done that.
Okay, and sir, allegation na 2013 under Dr. Stephen Opuni.
Exactly so. At that time, I said no. Started here. And me sure say at that time, I'm sure in the newspapers, hospitals, apart from the online portals, and I'm here. Said yes, a call here and all. And see, maybe I get Danyamiasi.
Okay.
Tobinco has not collapsed. Danyamiasi said this the many years in court, and court my judgment in favor of Tobinco.
Two quick things. Court in high court, maybe.
High court.
Okay. And he said, Ochana FDA Soreka say. Omo any court no nyadwen omo be appeal decision no be mo wan.
Well one but well a bit me one because Tobinco any FDA we are not loggerheads. We near the friend of course whether we like it or not FDA no regulator, and see there's no way that per se Asemu Campo and yet say we are fighting with them. It is just to set the record straight and to also ensure, say, or make it clear, say, one person pen, now only the FDA and all this kind of mess to the sense of abusing statutory powers and all that. Don't forget that this case, and only the first Ghanaian case with regards to misfeasance or with regards to abuse of statutory powers, and you go put the time no, say, government agency be. Echo which until now which until not chase after any private business who come very difficult sense how private business so make us say maybe I may cock because there's that perception saying hey they are cock then any case in the end and then I give you, but the courage of Dr. Amutopi say or the assembly and ask for justice is alone to show say today young lawyers, law students, judges, in a young foreign case when we are talking about abuse of statutory powers due to Debbie. Yet there's a case, there's a Ghanaian case, Tobinco vs. ATV that talks about feeders and only the abuse of statutory powers and duties. And we don't expect FD to appeal because there's still a good relationship between FDA and Tobinco. And yet, because they're still working together. And FDA, the regulator of all schools and drugs. And I don't expect say that to be that. We are only experiencing this one will only serve as a deterrent. In PP, not just FDA, but any public officer that it be a net or say or public position until BT may use the power the way he likes. He must remember that today the court in its own wisdom has now set an authority saying it is clearly, unlawful to abuse statutory powers and duties.
Okay. finally say me a manufacturer me a pharmaceutical products na me regulator beka say me a fake product na after 11 years court beka say me enya no cre me nya fake products bi ano obviously sir reportage from my regulator no e be affect me business any ade Tobinco mo adwene bi say mo be sue FDA for sir ade no a e course no ana.
I don't think we are going to do that because said America, you know, there's still a very good relationship between Tobinco and FDA. Just the fact that one particular individual, Dr. Brina, or no pet, na Oba or occupy office now, yes, sir, because even after him, under the same government, Campodo, new CEO, one yes, sir. And see, it is not part of the plans of Tobinco to even sue FDA. And as I said, and then Campo, they are still having very good relationship. They are still having very, very, very good relationship. And see, this is not part of the plans to even take action on FDA. Said America, just to send a clear signal, say you cannot occupy you cannot be a public officer. Now over you sue powers now year 1992 constitution amount say the serving Ghana for now you abuse it and rather you need to punish Ghana for when they have done nothing wrong. And and also to indicate say issues like that, said America, a safe business, and automatically, the whoever abuses that power, as I say, that he must pay for damages. That institution must pay for damages. And this issue is not to even prolong. And the young couple years, I mean, by close of this week, I said we know you be trusted. Now we focus on other important matters.
Council, anope yada se bibia kire adwe se no sa twetwe nkomo a ye beba ne no abetwetwe nkomo.
You be that.
Yo. Also for Tobinco Pharmaceuticals lawyer Gideon Tete oka Tobinco lawyer for ho ono ne no atwetwe nkomo yi. Na Kokrokoo na waso egusu a wutie Seremni Kaka no Veronica Come wa say na Coach Chris enso so ewo ha. But answer me no between common this is to wish you a happy 30th wedding anniversary, Dr. and Mrs. Osei Ama of 37 Military Hospital. Dr. and Mrs. Osei Ama of 37 Military Hospital from Mami Biama Kwafo Peace FM. Osei Yemfatinkwa Emamo 30 years of holy matrimony. Nyame be congratulations. Nyame enkamo. Congratulations enough from kra my idea. Dr. and Mrs. Osei Ama, congratulations on your 30th wedding anniversary. Big V.
Afanye.
Marche.
Yeah, Ediana isi.
Now what is say?
Nyame adombo kona we.
Oh, okay, Yara.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. NC.
There be Nancy.
Hey.
Sabi who watch it.
Aintia. And I'm buying off my glory.
And I know bra. Welcome to Tabu na mo hwehwe me. Ade so mo nim se enye samo be yesa. Mo de ka me ne mo a.
Openye de yasha kona wo. Kev ni mu. Ya kana say.
Ono an ehwe ye. Yo be kan ya wonka. Go you be how be hwe. Won to me ya no be sa.
Numo.
Bosu.
Numo, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Now what to say?
Nyame na do me ho ya papa.
Good to see you as always.
As usual too. That's right.
Now ekwam oba na ekwam ti say.
Oh. Ekwam boko.
Sao.
Na traffic shed and the chrome sa.
Sao.
I say em afra na makwan nti.
Pala na makwan nti e man say kwan demand sa.
Krumu adwo kakra. Okay. Anopei yebedi Ghana soccer ho kom Ghana soccer. Ghana sports ho enkomo. But me pesa me no mo chance ye free Olympic Games na fi ye de afa for mo abapacho. Mo man hwe ade kakra wa ha sei Olympic Games ya e call na wie na no kwasi ade. Na me hwe medal table. US NAD first onya gold 40, silver 44, bronze 42. In total US enya 126 medals. China it also mienu onya 40 gold. Just as US 27 silver and bronze 24. In all China enya 91 medals. Japan eto also miensa onya 20 gold. Afe silver 12. Bronze onya 13 in all. Japan enya 45 medal. Australia eto also 4. Onya gold 18. Silver 19. Bronze 16. In all, Australia enya 53 medals. France, host nation, also 5. Onya gold 16. And onya silver 26. And onya bronze 22. In all, France enya 64 medals. Netherlands at also 6. Now 6 now also onya gold 15. And onya silver 7. And onya bronze 12. Okani nyina boma 34. UK at also 7. It drew the from Great Britain. Also 7. Omunya gold 14. And silver onya 22. And onya bronze 29. Enti in all no UK enya 65. South Korea at also 8. Onya gold 13. Onya gold 13. And onya silver 9. Bronze 10. Enti South Korea nya 32 medals. Italy at also 9. Onya gold 12. Silver 13. Bronze 15. In all onya 40. Germany at also 10. Onya gold 12. Silver 13. And a bronze 8. In all Germany sunya 33. New Zealand at also 11. Onya gold 10. Silver 7. And onya bronze 3. Into Kabuma 20. Canada at also 12. Onya gold 9. Canada nya gold 9. And onya silver 7. And onya bronze 11. And onya 27 medals. Uzbekistan and at also 13. Onya gold 8. And onya silver 2, onya bronze 3. And you know onya 13. Hungary for also 14. Onya gold 6. Silver 7 and a bronze 6. In all unya 19. Spain at also 15. Unya gold 5. Silver 4 and a bronze 9. In all no Spain inya out also 15 inya 18 medals. Sweden at also 16. Unya gold 4. Silver 4. Bronze 3. Into 11. Kenya at also 17. Kenya nya gold 4. Unya silver 2. And onya bronze 3. In the Kenya zunya 11 said they Sweden nya enwa. Na 18 Norway. Norway nya gold 4. Onya silver 1 and onya bronze 3. Okabumwa 8. My African table no. Kenya audi kan African table no so no. Kenya world also 17. Said American can onya gold 4, silver 2, bronze 5. Total Kenya nya 11 medals. Algeria at also 2 Africa. Oko a world table na and a world league no also 39. Unya gold 2 and unya silver and unya bronze 1 3. South Africa also 44. But Africa also miensa unya gold bako 1 and unya silver 3 and unya bronze 2. In all unya 6. Unya 6. And Algeria nya 3 medals, but the entire Algeria bebe just South Africa and say unya gold no modu essing all other medals no. Ethiopia at also 47th and unya gold 1, silver 3, where nya bronze. Egypt 52nd, 5-2. Unya gold 1, silver 1, bronze 1, ni 3. Tunisia also Tunisia ne Egypt nyina abo bracket also nya 1 gold 1 silver 1 bronze also 3 sir. Botswana yenu abrante no 2 mili Canada Roma omunya gold baako and omunya silver baako omunya bronze into Botswana enya 2 medals. Uganda also 55 onya gold baako silver baako enya bronze. Morocco also 60 onya gold baako no onya bronze baako. Cote d'Ivoire enya gold, where enya silver, unya bronze bako. Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire also 8-4. Same as Cape Verde. Cape Verde also enya gold, where enya silver, and unya bronze bako. Zambia, African table, no Zambia enya toso 12. Area say on also toso 8-4. na Zambia de no ono so enya gold we enya silver onya bronze pacho me mo Ghana and try yedi amaso ye enya hwe gold ye enya bi silver ye enya bi bronze ye enya bi enya semi finals a 7 ye kana ha ye rank obi a we semi finals and say quarter final medals a unya ye na ye de ekasa eno ho asem eno no Ghana saying enti we are seeing no there be more ya mamo ranking because more 0 gold as 0 silver 0 bronze 0 total medals 0 enti de ya no baby ana Ghana ewani da so pa mirikatuo omode emrantie Benjamin Azamati ni main event na 100 meters and omode Abdul Rashid Saminu enso so ekoye afe Joseph Paul Amwa and Isaac Botio afe Ibrahim Fuseini and Edwin Gadai and Abdul Saminu ono maboni din nada and omone call a 4x100 relay na omanti mi ancheji a baton mo say na the day was stadium hodo no ene asem na we ka kire yen ema no ye de Rosa mo anima ene enunu aba ye bo a ene call ye Rose Coco fence high jump ono call 1.88 ewiase nyina odi 25th amfa swimming ye de mienu na call be ma baako Harry Stacy 100 meters and afi Josel Mensah ono call women ono so anye yesa. Now asma ye bisane say for a long time Olympic Games especially men football yentimin Kobe achepa yentimin Kobe boxing near ya dear pa we continue that the boxing cry and qualify yentimi an Kobe eno ho asem wa hase ye ba beka Mika no so ananke enim se ye ya ade kakra no eno so a anye yi javelin discard ne high jump ni we nu aka ndi ho ni nyina de amfa bi kura nkokra ene ade Olympic Games mesha ase every Big V me free ho a na me coach Chris so Big V e Veronica Come oni ni nuabema coach Christopher Nimley omienu e na transfer no Big V Olympic Games and matters are rising.
Se okasa mono ka se na de ani da so ye athletes. Se de na eye bebre se ye ni da so no na ye a question of false hope. Me who say after team knowing to me advance were really no. Ama fopi kasa ye na athlete no athlete ye down ne others. Na me pese me twe Ghana for and aye na ya dream na bibi so. Imagine say oya papa wo fie. Odo Marco school unto your fees. Onya wade onto textbooks. Omonye extra classes. Omonye hwe eno na se nkra ne call ye pa mo fees na ma ba na bia wakeka bia na asan age omo. Na edru say ye graduation na wakakota front row. Say wo twen say e bia oba no obeji award ana say oyade. Investment ben na waye wa abofra ni mu a apart from say bia ukọ enroll no school a wo dwen say e wo so onya award ana say exam ebedu o so meba exam e dey wudi first a mema bicycle wudi second a mema bicycle tie wudi third a ene ye ku akoko ofie e den investment na waye wo hwe ni homework o man ye extra classes. That is the problem with Ghana today. Yeah, they say ya call Olympic Games all over the years. Me pamacho, yanya 5 medals in our history in the Olympic Games. 4, ne free boxing, and a 1, Barcelona 92.
Oh, yanya medals
5 in the history of the Olympics. Inti Mari free tete enyene. 4 free boxing. And a 1 every team na I'm say Isaac Asare Momeboa Barcelona 92
Barcelona 92
ye fa bronze and ye first Africa football a medal competition ni mu no. We could go back to the last time Ghana qualified. In terms of athletes, for a long time, na Leo Mice Mills, and Aziz Zakari. Semekaya, Aziz scored 2 finals Olympic Games, and I think 1 final World Athletics. 2 of them Olympic Games. No, I'm say early 2000s. No Pulu, muscles, yes, hamstring, and unti went to me ankle finals. No, 2 finals nina. Until for a long time, munya win she Olympic Games. As a mati. Joe Paul and others na ma ye enijie kakra nansen ye African Games no mo na fa omunya gold e ma ye enu nti me fa na say based on that na Ghana expect say ye be ya de but omo na omo compete against no omo ye nkrofa ye omo aban e invest in omo facilities ye tua kama omo e mo timi compete wo competitions nti omo hia omo PSA na de wo ho a omunsro if some you used to nana obegie de say ye athletes ne bi wo ho a omutwi uba ene de boa omo ho e compete as professional athletes amuka team na e call ye no ho
yes or to US yes or scholarship
yes
but otwi uba
na say oman a yeti krom ha say wo athletes ni na omo ya de is because say omo call university e wa abroachinti and more opportunities to train facilities na abrochi but a drew how would say offer winning bonus offer gold obeje 5,000 udi unya silver ubenya 3,000 udi bronze ubenya sen ya e was say encourage you more enough enya sa na ye ade when na arahoseme wo mu ne say successive governments are failing sports in general. Forget to say, Edru baby and Black Stars a World Cup na yako ya ade 1 or 2 bi na fe gugu ye nmas nya be fie e ho na athletes ya omutua to compete omutua omo airfare omutua to do so much just to raise the flag of the country into see yako competition bi no more run fast time na ye nigia na ye de ye nida so nyina kwa akoto omo so ye pressure nyina thinking say was some make you proud ye nya ne saa yanya ne sa woni memienu ye ko school na yetua ye fees a ye de ye adwuma ama ye ho ya ho den anase ye mra ye benya no ye de ye adwuma e de aboa oman na in the first place no enye oman ni tua ye ka but I was so mind create conducive atmosphere so what talent anase wo anything e be push your mind na I was so mind creating a conducive atmosphere. No nti na ye wo o man panyin na be de akire ne sector ministers ne adeso ho. Otherwise enye important. Nti se won nyina ate wona se won dwen o man ne ho sa se on be pushi obi o talent. A be raise flag na. Ene ye embarrassing. Da ye kwa relay da ye boys sent me I exchange baton. Unfortunately, na minister ni GOC president ete ho minister ko hweden. Omona okwa hwe omona
no stadium hobi
stadium ho na ohwe na picture bae omona okwa akotena ho ahwe omono enye per diem a wodi omoka ye beka ansa na watua ene motivate omo enye wo ho as competition but as African Games na wa ba say oh ye the package aba obenya 5,000 so win enye ne motivate omo eye years of training, years of providing facilities, years of investment in the athletes, years of making sure say they are doing the right thing, diet and everything. Share Rosa Monima. So yeah how African Games. Or ye NCAA champion this year. Julian Alfred for 200 meters Obi Anthony Dean 202 no see a NCAA a champion 2 years later or your Olympic champion 6 months ago Nipa win high jump for this Olympics no time now or run a year Grace and make it that time rose to qualify for the Olympics but for 6 weeks junior to the Olympic Games no training yenyeska investing in it money nyebi ni coach client me afa nko na what be da so be training for a very important competition na ni coach otene na obo anu ye ni say anyhow na wan hye danya training papa bia na yete de hard ye nsa hye dem refem say ye twen say wo de medal beba
o ka say ni coach ni ho a kire sen
e was say ye fund man coach wo ho na obo anu o man na ntumi anye sa provision no
Oh, he call tournament na ni coaching kan.
Debbie, ni training cry nyina.
Coaching
training ahead. Oh, Debbie, yentumi amfande.
Oh, how?
On say mama. And so when na Ghana for United I expect to say it was a rose at all cost and go to me huri no my enije. Day now mu event na osu e wa France so because no nim send the pan time out the win any year. Say 1.95. E yade ono aye 6 weeks ago. And say yade obetumi aye.
Or 1.97.
Yes. It's a cut now. Ahu. Yesu ban ne say yempese ye de ahoden ye investment ye hwe e be hwe mu but edru ho na ewiase nyina e hwe na ewiase ani agya ye dwen say ye would the right say enso ye be aske say ye atlas no e be ya de mama mi sa wo enei sa wo do back school wo US wo na utia fees e bibia o first thing our expectation is say onya the academics send it now de ne call ye so excel in sports because of our talent a bonus. Na sa wo nation wo hwe nipa bi saa ama wa represent wa o te wo medase a wontimi ma across wo so otimi dwane o ye NCAA champion nti eno ane so onko represent wo na on hye wo colors ne ye wiempo na bi wo ho na mo ye ade a winning bonus a mo se mo de be mo just say omo chesi mo a eba oman ma no ye to ya no gu ministry ni so ansa na omo tua wonim say edru baby no Rose e praye na wo so ye surgery I was say ye no man na nhwe no empayfo o man mu ni di hide and seek sa na ko ye sen kokofa bronze anasa silver anasa gold and ka be ho ma o man payfo a o masalai e wo terminal 3 da wo ba ene o mo de adoa be hia no ye nya o man sa enye sa na ye o man no
Okay mama ntie coach Chris initial comment ye wi a maybe say Olympic Games no you're saying why na wo ho kwan so okobie koko gina ne man na mu how do we qualify to go for Olympics and ye ba ye be hwe ni nyina coach mama ntie initial thought on
yo menua
Olympic Games
I mean say me nua ba wa kasa papa ba me de ye nyina ye ti dem hari yakọ school pan ye bi wo ho no ma ye koso ye goso e den e school ye koso e den esua ade na in the typical classroom setting no enyo bia na wa ben me intran class amane mase obia oti class ho nyina ye nyina ye level of intelligence no eyepe insida that parabolic curve no will always be drawn in the typical classroom setting nensu minim se ebia odi ebia ntoda omo ana ye wo school na no ma bompa no ade ba ko a omutumi ye pa minim se omutumi ye pa ni se nipa wa bon
otumnika
se de bi enya mrika no you see ye work na so omutumi ye na se obie wodi no to o ma no copy obi a wa bon no enya ni dabbing ena enya ni copy obetumi a copy ma wan hwe ye kra o copy udi na account excellently no what submit na krom ha on all we are refusing to do is to go out there and copy free of charge adia a man for a year e boa omu sports no etompo no we are refusing to copy because if you look at ne ekoso your football more athletics boxing na diade if we are copying what the winners are normally doing we will say hey omo ye ni say no omo ye no and omo di win no enti yeso ye to ye hu na say ye copy omo a definitely we will copyright and go and make sure say we also would compete and be able to bring back some laurels to this country. But omana ya woman, there's nothing wrong with trespassing. On baby out no. What they make otena ho a ejuma ho ye no mentumi nyo. Mentumi nya that because that is not my field. So my initial comment, yeah, Olympics. Mimi jitum say there was no way we were going to get any medal. This will be our own kanokre, and that's will be our own fa no krekan enye nejuma. Now, prior to this particular Olympic Games, the moment me who say we're going to the Olympics without any boxer, we're going to the Olympics hoping say athletics, adia yenji hu medada, swimming, any high jump were our most likely event. I bet to my brain medals and I'm say okay, me who say no, and I'm be say as a country no. What have we done to make sure say sad discipline say ekoi yen kwala ye omukwa gina ye name ometuma ya ade onim ne mami ra ho ye pa any high jump no Rose. Look, this little girl did 1.97.
Rose Amwenima.
Yes, or yeah 1.97 you, but on the day of her event no, she couldn't jump 1.88.
Wow.
Obia, now I hear 1.97. With cheeky ease, that was her best going into the competition. When she was presented with the chance to go and jump 1.88, no, she couldn't jump. Konakosha sa clip. My sister Veronica San Osina Yena Akwalanin so. Me, I saw her cry just the moment that she failed to jump the 1.88. And I'm a bisa me who said, where is her coach? Where is the psychologist in our team? Because to me, usha athletics pana nipa no ko ri na se wan ri ni here. Or to me nantia bastance no mo. Baby ani coach, ni psychologist ni te no.
No abaho.
No abaho. No cut abotre. Fa akoma to me breathe in and out. Go and do this. This is what you didn't do right. This is what you didn't. Now on your second attempt, make sure of course obey say. But when we say Ghana, apart from your 8 athletes na yedi call you. Omwa a contingent no. I stand to be corrected, but I'm not sure say I'll be overly wrong. We took close to 25, 26 people there, including the 8 athletes.
Mendiaze.
Athletes now, omuko compete, omu ye 8. Nipa yedi ka omu 17 other people was part.
17.
Yes, 17. They were taking only 8 there to go and compete. Now, out of that 17, Mimia, this country, Ghana, chrese. Yem penny for now, omu decision makers no chrese. We couldn't find the room.
12. They were 12.
They were 12.
Yeah, 12.
No, I listened to Willie Graham. Okay. In addition to there's a list.
Okay.
I think I have the list there. Obi Otebi list that can please send it to me. Yes, I think about 17. We had the program on another radio station over the weekend.
Yeah, I listened to you on sports.
In addition to the 8 athletes, and there were 17 other people. I don't have a problem with that. But the question I'm asking is, were they the right people who should have been there? In terms of the individual coaches to the various athletes and discipline. We didn't have a psychologist to be part of this team. Going to the Olympics, 5 out of 11 attempts. Now you're 4x4 for no. Almost a sambaton yeah. Anyayi. We've had 11 attempts, but out of the 11, we couldn't exchange the baton successfully in 5 previous attempts. Even your call, se Bahamas, you did qualify. Your first race, you call, the exchange of the baton into Yantumi Anko Yenim. It was at the second attempt. What you say? Your second attempt na before these boys got it right. Na nyeyemi wanwa throughout their stay in France. Training omuye, usha videos of their training now. They were constantly, persistently practicing and hoping say they would get the exchange of the baton right in terms of handing it over within the zone now. And say obia a gene baton before you can continue with the race. And to me, it became a mental battle for our boys.
Yeah.
I can imagine, say, a day to the race, in their beds, in their separate beds, they'll be looking at what? The ceiling in their room, and we're hoping, say, oh Lord Jesus, let's get this exchange right. Let's get this exchange right. Nipa no, yes, Anna. You don't leave it to him alone to go and handle it.
Okay, coach, just a minute. Answer now to us. Say, my 5 attempts to say on best exchange baton as a year. Coaches no way.
That is the point I'm making. Did we take the right coaches there? Because Nipa no, Juma or US no. School no kon where we school no as a matrimonial school no we no mo bopa no mo do show mo. And the coaches are a domo yet training no. Were they their actual coaches? Were they the right coaches? In addition to that, Adeno a yes no. Your mommy ra hole in the whole pan say. I listened to my brother Willie. Of course, he's not to be blamed. He was the media attaché to the team until Wakane sent us all Kano. Willie said that Nipana or played the role as a psychologist or a 3-time Olympian. So he is better suited position than any other professional psychologist to play the role of a psychologist. Now, Sanipa no time no call Olympics no, or to me for bronze crab ray, and now copper or to me for copper Eddie Bray or Kruma.
But the official list here didn't even name a psychologist.
Yes, there's no psychologist there.
They had a chef de mission, nurse, doctor, physiotherapy, media attaché, a swimming coach, high jumper. That is Amonima herself.
That's it.
Athletic coach. That would be one. Swimmer. Swimmer. Okay, and athletes no. Then athletic coach Andrew.
There you go.
That will be Andrew.
Yeah. So or no, they say he's gone
he
to the
doubles
tournament
as a coach and a
psychologist. Goodness me,
Andrew.
Look, Ghana. If we allow people to trespass in areas that they have no idea about,
athletics leader.
And when I listened to my brother and he said that because the man has been to 3 different Olympics, it is like, why didn't Jamaica take Usain Bolt to be their psychologist? Why didn't America go and bring back the likes of Carl Lewis and Co to be their psychologist? But they went there with professional psychologists to work on the psyche and the mental fortitude of their athletes. So the question I'm asking, say, apart from the 8 athletes, they deserve to be there. We couldn't go to Legon. There's this woman at the psychologist department, the faculty or Logon. Your friend, is it Mavis Asari or so? Go to any of our established universities here. You get professional psychologists. You bet to me back say now on steady your players no and I say your athletes no their weaknesses and strength, because it's about minimizing your weakness and maximizing your strength to overcome your opponent competition or the brown. We just left the little girl there and you could see Rose crying after that first jump. No one's I told you so say brim. She couldn't make any better attempt. Obi award 1.97. Yaman 1.88.
Which is below or non personal.
Far below.
Went to me and
jumping. She couldn't make that jump. And I was asking myself, yeah, Lord Jesus, this country. And truth be told, when I saw the minister sit there doing the 4x4, I just told myself that, look, it is what it is. This is what we deserve. And we should just go and come back. Because we've been saying this 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago, 16 years ago, 20 years, 24 years. We've been saying it since the dada. 4 years after today, we'll come and sit in this place. God willing, we'll still be alive. And we'll repeat the same things we are saying here. It cannot be the norm. It cannot be the norm. Especially when hard physical cash is involved. People, you're gonna qualify for major competition and say tournament. We don't think about how to go there and excel. We just think about how to go there, get people there, and go and enjoy ourselves and come back. Me, I've had several opportunities. Almost friend me, they coach Umbra Mayenko. I said, no, I don't rep Ghana to be embarrassed. I will never rep Ghana to be embarrassed because that is my homeland. Me kai. During the World Cup 2010, year born was South Africa. South Africa or US, me year me masters in analytical chemistry. Minya, look, me nam kwanu hua. Send me see G fans no. Me G fans ni be that. It was after that day I told myself, look,
go back home.
It's a nyame emma me kwenya say me some of my Ghana. I will do it with the last drop of blood in my veins. With honesty, with dignity. All African games, we couldn't look $3,000 after we've said we have committed over 250 million euros dollars to the tournament. You know, yeah, competition. Yeah, athletes no more winning. You know, they virtually had to come back and beg for their money. But there are people who takes their monthly salary. These children, they are not on monthly salary. It is when they come to compete and they do well. That is where they are entitled to a little bit of something at Omodibe Coffee. Look, my initial comment is that it cannot be like that anymore. I say we need to stop it. Whoever is in charge, if you are not ready to do things differently, step aside. And not being a year demonstration, then men do the say your cost. Me the name about certain things I want to say before I leave this place. And Timimia, we deserve what we've gotten, and if we don't change our way of doing things, it's going to get even worse.
Clinical psychologist Samuel Yosen writes, Nanayao, in all this, I've been asking myself, was there a psychologist attached to the Olympic team?
No.
I've been asking these questions for a long time for our footballers and sportsmen and women. Competition anxiety alone can affect the performance of a team. So it is about time sports psychologists are added as part of our contingent for tennis like this. Samuel Yosen, who is a clinical psychologist. Sammy?
Nanayo.
Maji?
Yinia, Pacho, what is saying?
Kakra, now so eh?
Nyamina do Michia, Omo Mokasa studio, and Omo Michia.
Okay, Sammy, me bisa two straight questions. As a psychologist, anxiety in tournament, and a fear in tournament. A kwan be na faso e affect player na e be athlete the performance.
You know me that say. Me say Nyamia dom Mission Sports Psychology currently at University of Ghana, my final year. And I associate with the gentleman at Kawo Studio. Psychologists na a differentiate between fear and anxiety. Anxiety is irrational kakra. You can't say irrational. You have a bunch of the lady was able to make a higher jump.
It is 1.9.
Competition what Ghana has seen.
1.97.
1.97. But occur games no. I think they went to me and make it
1.8.
Exactly. Into make say competition anxiety alone. Although one of the competition anxiety no say nipa bibre na. The person is very good. But as I say when nipa bibre no, a man with that form of competition anxiety, it affects the performance. It's a banisa, yeah, before no, on to me win this year. But fear cry, the meaning to change, you believe it's a fear cry is normal. Fear is rational. Overcall into any competition, who was through kakra, and then a friend of fear. But you should be able to overcome that fear and do what you are supposed to do. Over performing, and answer, you will go beyond your performance since it is an international game. But as I say, when to me, or even below the standard, no. Let's say there was an anxiety with an irrational, in quotes, fear. And attitude no, I'm went to me and sa the jump no and mawambos. Into every game there should be a sports psychologist. I'm not saying a psychologist, but it's a sports psychologist. In consult sports nothing. So there should be a sports psychologist with the team before the competition and during the competition. And we also act as in coaches. It's as when we are competition, we also observe what is going on. You show more concentration, you show more resilience, and so on and so forth. And then we go in. If there is a short intervention, we say, yeah, we do it. We do a brief intervention for the person. If free competition last year, there are various interventions we can do for the person to overcome that competition anxiety and any other form of conditioner affecting the background. In the end, we say, competitions are even 1 or 2 psychologists, sports psychologists, and cutting no ankle. And that is my worry. Personally, I even called somebody in the sports ministry. I'm talking about the runner. Say, I would want to offer my service to these sportsmen or more. Even that baton changing, it could have been an anxiety problem. But unfortunately, when I called them, I didn't get any feedback. If I have been trying my best for our footballers, for our sportsmen, but it seems like whatever has been happening keeps happening, and nothing seems to be done about it.
Okay. Now, answer now, you can remember me. I'm so studio has said, maybe I was saying, say, team here they call Olympics. Senanka psychologist, trained psychologist, professional psychologist. Eka hua. Dien anke besisa.
I say, every sport, the mind connecting with the body. The mind connecting with the body, and a sports performance in the course. It means your coaches no measure the physical, technical, and tactical about footballer, but the psychologist no measure the psychological. So before competition, no, the psychologist will see whether the sportsman and answer the footballer no, is ready for the game. So, for example, your psychological skills training, you take your sportsmen and answer your athletes. You take your mood through 1, a more resilient. 2, your black stars now most of the time you lose concentration, a more concentrated, and so on and so forth. So in general, no, we prepare them before the competition, and also during the competition, no, we try to shape them in order for them to hit high performance. So if there was a psychologist with the team, there are a lot of research talking about psychologists not part of a sports person, and a psychologist being part of the sports person. What's your performance now? Performance is enhanced when the psychologist is part of the team. Besides, the psychologist will look at the psychological, the mind, added to what the coaches will do in order for the athlete or the sportsman to hit peak performance. And that is what we are lacking. Most of the issues that we are going through, whether football or sports, are psychological because we don't prepare our sportsmen or footballers before the competition psychologically and during the competition. Even after the competition, the psychologist will also be there. It's as some expectations have not been met. You need to do an intervention for this person to let the person bounce back. So the person will be able to do very well in the next competition. The psychologist plays an important role in every team. And I'm advocating, the backroom staff for our sports, the backroom staff for our football, there should be a sports psychologist added to the team. No, so playing a role to enhance the performance of the team.
Samia Rope, Yadase.
Nana, Mr.
I mean, sure, Papa. Any mother has a Dan Kokuya boy, have Veronica coming with her coach Chris, so her. Any, yeah, Maminto initial comment on Olympics in Sanama.
At the end, Koma, you I see you quarter, and I say, what was my Mambisa? And your qua, Mambisa Brabo. Yow. Unse, or mine be a war, Quaya, the Bibia Chassia. And Osha Ghana made the moon say. Ye nyimba to ye nkakranka krane ade no ye gya gu baby sa ye kasa na ewo ye mu se o we mbre twam ba wonso de be na wo de ba because Michael Hey mu nkeka ne ade no na sa tam ye elementary school form 4 ho ye wo secondary schools abekọ form 1 to form 5 bi akọ 6 for the same school na ye say 7 years na wo school ho na ansa na bia obekọ university awakọ sa time no so no na afibia oman ye games inter schools ni inter corner zone na no ne regionals na ade na ewo ho inti at least na Veroka say 5 medals no kra even ye kọ na ya anyi bibi kra na ice wa ball na ya hyew de wo ye no kra ma o supporters energy say o ball de ma lusu de but me hu wa agoprama so say ebia say the Barcelona ball tiki taka ball passes bebre ebia ya show mo de but game ni ye fe ben ne ye game na enye fe results no so a yenya was ye mi say ye hu say bibia na de pride ye hu ye na ye first ampa Barcelona 92 ye kokoje bronze ye for say NSC hwa na Nigeria besin kwaji gold Cameroon besin kwaji gold ene de ye je na ye hu dede no bronze no so Morocco fa ba bejibi onti ya me de me hu ni say time an ke change ye nsa se ye nsa school system no say your man bia ehye mu na nye bia ye bi keka nke ho na nke ho se ye sports no kra no nka ye sesa ye nsa ekọ ye universities nanka ye kọ ho so ye ne ye ni yie hwe man a ye di 17 years no be wo university because ya sesa ye school system no and the president go for start sports stadium say nye African games yes ya enke esihwa eba ebesine wona enya ba ne saa enkwala no mo interest wo no struggle na ne ya struggle no mo struggle kra de ba kwa mi hu ni se ope scholarship akọ school American tin so ni miriketu a onye no ho kakra no nya scholarship nye den onfanko because okokoduru ho a bibia ni ho wo ya de me na me start a me build me point na me ka beginning ni se omaya na ye free athlete betumrika mobile games no ne Ghana Nigeria Ghana Ivory Coast games ni ade nyina no ni nyina ye ho se ye refi kane na ye se oman ne nye kra no ne wo Titan tracks ni ade a omo matu kwan wa ma ewa ama no ne ba omunya om colleagues no eno mbetu ewa ha nsa na be ko major competition bia yakọ eno ni ho ye yi eno kra so free ho a wo behwe Diamond League wo behwe World Athletic Championship any other regional Mikel ho ne ade no hwe se ye athlete impress no mkobi because what abrocho no ye adwuma enti ontumi nya kwan prepare no for sawe na ye nkọ ne keke ye the qualifying mark na ekọ nti se no ni ho a untu nkonte bia ba ko mienu bi e no betumi akọ na bia ono ane modembo no de qualify akọ yetera me di nkomo bi se so 100 meter finals now lies so say why the first no fi US
no lies
yes obegina ho no hwede no oye because ohwe omo no mbetura afi no no matu e na they are close to him tino na ono ankasa kra no ewo hu bi to yededa na even that Jamaican no defense no kra no so when twenani ahwe ni sanifa so a enka wantumi anya de me pa kire ni se ye athlete no se ya mom competition ye so ya se mon kwankwaje mra enye yie yen oman yi mu a yen try se be bibi wa ha se yen athlete na eba no ye mom competition bibi bana unya start tra radio so ka se bia competition na ebe ya ho bo ane se ya no mato agum bibi ada ne kwan mu me ka se London Olympic Games Miami ye boxing coach interview o se bibi adam okoye the next moment na metie BBC o se ye nya preparation ye edu ba bia ye yankasa nso ye di ye ho abro ba se enoma nkoye kura na se de na ye nuanom ka se obi apeso otu kwan ne bi play mu ene visa je na ye de ba ye nwene se ade ne ye kọ no edin ben ne ye kwa akọje ede aba ya de mi hu ne se ya prepare ye ya nsan ya nkoye cha nkofa tete atempon na ya nhwe kwan ye fa so training en kola ne fi ahyase de a ye be kasa yes because the can for ye na inter schools no ho no ono kra edelbi wonu mu se okwa akohia ni zona obekọ region obekọ national ti ebe tofin nipa kra wo Ghana ha ansa na so obetu anamon kra akọ oman bi so a otu anamon akọ ti se de ye ka no oman ya yatimu se obi aso no oman ne wo so se minim bibi ya na yatumi aye even ye coaches ne kra na yesi ye coach e ka ho asem ye misa se refresher courses ne da ben pa na ye sheda eye bi ma o mo se ye prepare e de akọ tournament enti ye coaches ni psychologists ni for ne ade no ye ma o makobi because yen yesi bribi atwam ne nye papa kra no ya benya stories na ohini janom ne ade ma ye nkrofo proud to a tournament obetu kwan akọ baabi akọ refresher courses ne ade aba ye be bia ma o my Ghana mu mbakọ Winnie Cape Coast Winnie Bamone ade akoye courses are refresh om ho ansa na ade no ye beye kra ya to we mu nyina gu fo se ye bre ne no ane se o ebraso ye kọ alit no kwa akọ gina ho atumrika no edu ba bi a mi ya my stories wa ha eto da bi a ono kwa na di ni sika betwa plenty kitaba na ode aba akwakọ prepare twabra ye hia ho a ye de be mo ne keka na edu ba bi a no kura ho akadan no emma alit no concentration because ono ano de ne ho prepare no aba na bi a oman no anase din edas Olympic Games ntimi ko bi ntino ya akasi ntwa ne ticket nomra oba eno nkomodie wo camp kra no e de abufuo beba okọ tournament no anase competition na du kra no o de abufuo e na ekọ yo ene na mi bisa dan se na Sunday Source agema e ka se relay no nyoma bi ho so moye na dan po ka se onyi ni se eye ade a eye nefi athlete nan kasa the question na mi bisa ne se e ba ne sen na tembia this same crop of athlete ade ba ko omaya na enko yie omu coach wen kwan ben ye fa so eye no apart from Olympic Games African Games ne nkeka ne the major competitions be a Commonwealth African Games no Olympic Games no ya emperor was say ne ten hu mo major competitions mu say bia ye 2 Diamond League Ghana quartet no wo bi ye call world athletics wo mo wo bi essence o man no mo hwe o mo hunti no o mo ntumi nheda enye na priority be ni so just a Black Stars pe even football kwa ye ni wo so no yaw since 2004 20 years near ye the ball call Olympic Games yanko biem
that was Athens right
yes
Montari mo
yanko biem and ye misa ye ho se ye tuminya under 20 o makwa akwaje Africa ye tuminya under 17 a omodembo aso ani ye misa se ene ye tiwei under 24 eje African Games yi ubisa so mo enkra se ebi hu mama wa ochine bi ni asem enti preparation ni ade ne bibia ni hosa but ye kwa ye pese ye kwa ndi ya mene na minim ni se ye system na e change ya nhwe ena ye ni a eni ye nioma ho se no anse ye ntwa visa nko no se sa nioma no ya ma back ama meye dia aman na eba ho no omma wo kekwa omo prepare enti se ya mfa ye ni anhye ho sports ministry sports authority hwe ya bibia twam a okọ sports authority a ubehia omo matutum ni kan bi da oni kakari mu ni ade ubekọ no at least eye nkranhye krama athlete ne se oni kakari tumi kama Ghana okọ African Games ya ade we yi mabeto sports authority nti ede nkranhye bi kra den eba ene ko sports authority na kwakwhwe akwakoye political appointment and a political appointment ono so ne salary hu no kwakwhwe no wo na kwotena so nkwa kra oni hu nim de
that is the trespass now mekan.
Now, please tell any mother that there's still Interco, at least in the Ashanti region. They do it every year at the Kumasi Sports Stadium.
But you can't go na asemu.
Something Kwame Nyamiche na say men can choose.
Yeah, can't go na asemu.
Kumasi di omo ye ne de bia.
Na Kumasi for no say na ku bi.
Na eya na Ghana for mo ho ani kafa o.
Big Vim Bajo me ba 0244844488. Mo amode messages aba ne nyina mo ntwen mekan ama mo 0244844488. Eho ene ye de adwenkyere no efa. Yeah, very. Now can be answer na makoko.
Ghana for mo ho ani kafa o. Mo omo a mo sure mo amoje 40 gold any others no omo infrastructure nansenya mo yes mo ye infrastructure wo districts any other no every report I ba say abandon all the infrastructure
esiama project no
ya abandon ni nyina
ya baba no so
so how do you have no infrastructure now expect so much
Kogo initial comments on Olympics 0244844488 0244844488 I hope and I'm on messages ringing emfa Kogo mamitio
Nana sometimes I answer adwuma no edin because yebeka believe you me nyame ma ye nkwa the next 4 years the story wouldn't change because odi me mfa nkwa kire a free Professor Mills so ba through from President Kufuor through Papa J Kradi me mfa ninsin chen from President Kufuor through Professor Mills to former President Mahama to Nanado to Wambio. Every 4 years be the discussion on radio post Olympics. It said And yes, we have something to celebrate. And the story will be the same after the next 4 years. This have konya yekogu ye ho anim ase okodi voi. Na me ka say your man bia ye serious nanka would have put measures in place to put in adequate preparation for the next AFCON, knowing that the current FIFA situation, you can't camp your foreign players for long. I, as a sports minister, would have invested in the local league, get the best out of the local scene, camp them for the next 2 years, top up their salaries, and prepare them for the next AFCON. Yeah. Ebe yusu bogus na bosi asan kogu ye when mas won next AFCON. Na yasan be discussion mi o. Na the long and short and say we are simply not ready to invest. Because nana Eban is saying no manya Ghana is how many years old?
57 oh.
67.
60, I think 62 a number.
67.
Okay. Now they who study Ghana's participation at the Olympics since 1952. Your first appearance in 1952, you had the 15 athletes in a koi. And Nkrumah ebedi adieno in 52 we had not gained independence. In 1960, Nkrumah the 45 athletes in a koi. Near Tuminya 1 medal. In 1964, about 35, and yenya another medal. In 2 successive Olympics, Nkrumah air 2 medals for us. In Tibisa, say what went wrong? And of 1964 na ye Tokyo no ya njibio wa kwesi a champion time 1972 and ya sanje ba akokam. Ya njibio wa besi 1992 Barcelona and ya je ba akokam. And another abresu COVID adaruma ya sisa rules no kakra and ya zangonya ba akokam. And I always ask myself say what did Nkrumah do right in 8 years? I mean fan say 9 year reign. Oji 2 Olympic medals. Now you had over 50 years I achieved the same thing. I do be 80 years here. You had over 50 years with about 10 leaders I achieved the same thing. Me gin who am in tiase. Until can somebody sit down and realize say no. In your match here. Because who study your participation nana from 42 athletes, 35 ranging every 2000 ebano. The maximum number of athletes here they acquire say 15. It tells you say ye ready see improve no be who 64 who the 45 athlete na koi na say 21st century who the 8 now how we that's how we serious
asam na yes
yes serious about it
no we are, I no because I'm say you should dada ye ho say ye sports because
no
it's a young sports
say who the
government is interested
who the 45 athlete akon wenya 1 medal. Oh, your probability ratio. The 8 India say is equal to 3. India own resource. It's as simple as that.
All right. On this year, Jabin, Ewo Hacho, but the Mike Nissi to say a man for Mubesumbe, a man for Deba. On this year, Jabin, Ewo Hacho, Sekana. We don't want to invest in sports, but we are expecting good results. It is not done that way anywhere. It's a shame that officials were more than the athletes. Who does that? On this year, Jabin. Hacho. Now I can say, okay, Mate, yeah, that's it. I say it is about time Ghanaians concentrated more on the things that are very much important to us than putting square pegs in round holes. Let's invest in our talent, and that brings us the glory we seek. We a Kwesi Kek or the free Takorade and a buyer. Lawrence Boache or say when will we change our attitudes and ways of doing things? We can't expect gold, and that's our best man attitude. Okay. Also, so yate odiana de buy no. Okay, this share jabi DNA. Now this one says, Nana I can say, admitting that the authorities couldn't provide psychologists for the team. Please ask the officials what efforts they put in to have those critical officials for the team before the tournament. Couldn't they have threatened to refuse to go to the tournament or protest against going, or they also felt that they just had to go at it for a pleasure's sake? Francis Brakwa Edifri Kumasi ena ebaye Ofaya Sabin Kachiri Kwada so market or say okay Ofaya Sabin baby and nam we de nyehona nam no ebi a wo nam ne baby and nam ne de different cra okay okay this one says the cardinal what would have been the use of a psychologist if we had not prepared and trained properly for the tournament? K Edifree. Coach, what the question obisa na say?
Emiti na se pa.
Say o the psychologist so one hwan ko. No one prepare here enkosi hu the obenya na wanya ode aba no.
Yeah, on this one I disagree. You know why? Real coaches analysis ah. Nipa na ye de ne koye no. Ono ni personal best to crowd when to make it. So it tells you say at least so the psychologist koy anyone prepare you crowd bet me psyche na at least in the personal best na enya enough no crowd she could have made it.
Okay. Now this one says good discussion this morning. Let us start the next Olympics from today. Kindly inquire if Black Princesses team that is about leaving for the tournament has a psychologist attached to the team.
Now unim say
Harrison
unim say psychology one aspect of our sports yen taking it serious crowd.
And it's always
Yeah, AFCON ya koye. Even the Black Stars don't have a psychologist.
how the cat na psychologist. No, don't joke with it. No, he's always been the psychologist.
Coach, yes,
He's always been the psychologist.
Oh, yes,
If you look at the way are addressing players now. Did the crowd now to me boss or if you are calling that is his way of psyching them up.
Kwagu.
Me got something small to buttress the point. Right? AFCON na koye no. Unse no be a kase. Your major problem is a lack of concentration.
Yes.
But we could not say young first psychologists be attached to the team because obi feel say to the ordinary Ghanaian football or sports official psychology or the busu na girlfriend you better flight and so instead of a psychologist minimum the entire that aspect of sports and fire home back
To the ordinary
gold
Ghanaian,
for so many years. She speaks about psychology.
Yeah.
Tennis players at the highest level.
to the ordinary Ghanaian, you can't psychologist are there.
Sweating.
I overga say we dey no overga. Ya no ne go.
Me dey psychoary no. Okay, Kadna, I have said this from day one that if you look carefully, you realize that the Ghanaian footballers and other sportsmen, they have a problem. And that problem could merely be solved by the inclusion of a psychologist. And I wonder why managers of those sporting teams haven't seen this. Look at our Black Stars team. They can't simply keep a lead at goal. The moment they score or lead, their opponent will equalize before they try to change their tactics. What is wrong with us? Daniel Ochre, Ga East Hospital. I know do we say ebae. My memfa be train ka hona memra mempenifu so. Martin Ja wa just do me abro. Good morning na ya say. Truth must be told. Until our leaders do everything possible to bring back Mr. Kosinya Ntechi. Oh. No. Ofanya bo trebe bia ona no de hotro. That's every to was kakra wai. Baby a wo kono de mesrew. E hoto pa. You activated the lines, but you don't pick calls. What are you doing there? Nana ya okese. Shaibu enche. Shaibu mpacho manka nchira wo dasa me pick calls. Ana makaza asem no hard pay. Mbesro mankasa. St. Lucia spent 250,000 USD on Alfred, the woman who won the 100 meters in 2 years. How much did we spend on our team? Their population is 178,000. Soa in Osu. Wow, interesting. Minimuda. Nana I say I totally agree. I totally agree with Dan Kwakuyeboa. Our authorities are just not serious. Ebenezer Edway Takrade Accra Station. Good morning, Nana I say please tell my man talking about inter-schools and colleges that it is held every year in the Western region, at least. I am Isaac from Accra. You are doing a very good job this morning. God bless you all. Okay, you like Kwame Ahenkan? Okay, Mati. Udi Ahenkan da se pass also open asem. Our problem is our inability to invest in our sports as a country. Nobody wins where he has not invested. Mark, Eddie Free, Bandai, and Ode Ebaye. Our performance is inherent in our current education system. It is not about Nkrumah. It is all about our 3-year education system. Ghana has produced Nketia from Seko, Ibrahim Hassan from GSTS, Andam Etal, who later ran for US and New Zealand. How do we unearth talents in Ghana? Unfortunately, okay. Ghana needs a leader, and it is as simple as that. Okay. Now, this one says, Kadna, why are you guys still wasting your precious time on this sports management people? They are not ready to listen to any advice from anybody. All they know is bringing budget to the government for money. Godwin, Edwin, Efri, La Paz. Yes, your contribution, you. Can we have something better to discuss? I mean, national development topics, because look, you can talk from today till next year. They won't just listen to you people. Amwa Edifri Kuma say Amwa. Okay, Ovaya Zabin, Maka Udi another. Kadna, are you sure psychologists can work on the minds of a black man? Which psychology book or experiment has been done with the African as the case study? Okay, yes, I do believe it works very, very well. What has changed from Nkrumah time to this time? That the rest of the world improved on their sports and how they approach it, but we are deteriorating by the day. Na Edwin Free Usu ena Ebaye. Kadna, Mr. Yabua is right, but missed the point a bit. Laurels were won at Nkrumah's time because facilities were there to train and to train the managers as well. Let's hope and pray that with the new facilities in place, I believe things are going to change. Kwesiedu Edway Efri Tema ena Ebaye. Good morning, Ayakese. Tell Dan Kwaku Yeboah that he's doing a great job. And my regards to coach, namely Veronica Kome. Kwajo Junior, Edifri Ikunfi Utam, and what do we say Ebaye? Nice one. Na menko mimpeni for no eso. Okay, this one says, everywhere psychologists are seen as an important professionals, not only in football, but in all disciplines. We are simply not ready to invest, but want to reap where we haven't sown. It is not done that way. Kwesi Reynolds, Edifri Agona, or Do Bain. Final one. Nana Yakese, those in charge of our sporting fraternity are placing their personal interest ahead of that of the ordinary Ghanaian. Let them serve us well. That is all we ask for. KNA, Edway, Efri, and Sawam. Coach Chris Wahase, Veronica Kome Waha, Dan Kwaku Yeboah Wahase, and Enim Ado Wahase. Now, what should be the way forward for sports general in Ghana? Big V.
The way forward is a young sports. Of course, Martin will say, I mean, can't you say also a good sports?
They also for attached to the team. On the say,
also for Empire Odian Empire Ball. What's it? May say young sports. Because obviously, you're not interested in developing sports. You're not interested in making sure, say, or minor, ebekon any manaso be what talenta. Yebe buano, pushing it up.
Verity Sampan. I said when the African Games was held in Ghana, the talk was all about the cost. We know the cost of everything, but the value of none. That is our being as a country.
Oh, a man paying for a barbesenko or so. Politicians now say sports a united nation, no? Am I a nije? And this was a president, a deliver Station of the Nation's addresser. No, I pay 2 seconds be my sports. Every year, so pa. We are journalists, men follow. We bet me repeat story we last year, no? Ebe the same reflection.
Very much a quick one, thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts on your program this morning, all the way from Manchester. Okay, I would like to emphasize the importance of physical education in school sports. Compulsory PE from primary to college. PE should be compulsory for students from primary to college. This ensures that physical activity and health are prioritized from a young age. sports facility in every school. Every school should have a sports facility to provide students with opportunities to engage in various sports and develop their skills. Walking the talk. As I said, we must walk the talk. It is essential to put words into action and prioritize physical education in our educational system. This helps foster a culture of physical activity, promote healthy lifestyle, and support the overall well-being of the ordinary Ghanaian student. Ohini Jain, anyway, if we Manchester and Obai. We it was so.
From appointment to our leading sports, whether the ministry, whether the National Sports Authority, whether school wings, it's a Winneba Sports College and everything tells you one thing, say, you're not interested in sports. You hear what TV swa, ye de, ye fe. Now so, there was a ye, Emma or mine, Emma ye two mpon was sports mono, you're not interested. You can't convince me, say, when you're interested, so be investing in anything, but open so me say, o pardon no, and possible. And until now, I say political season money politicians na kasaba economy, the umbe was school near de. Then what was sports? The Obetiane say, I want to assure you that I am very interested in harnessing sports talent and will invest in their food stop partners. You invest in them. Centers are infrastructures are everywhere in the world. The basics for developing sports. Yet here could do baby near trust or your sisikana, your budget and so into ye bio, nego horrote. Yet to me as of mine, Nasikana ye shame no, yen frobia so cause financial loss to the state because a banner send our budget now do fin see and to me and pesikana and to aso. Wo juma and obi and a sanka won't penny. But obviously, I say you can't ebejai. So share messages here. A lot of people are saying, "Mama wasting my time. Okay, won't see one." Or more if people say, "Yeah, civic duty to help the nation." A beer, near penny beer, obeti ye. Me who say, you're not just interested in sports. We are not interested. Say, Ohana Blasters when back beer near niaje. Say, Basse, I was say, o mine ye budgets. Emma team too quiet. Or more bedi do a home. And a year mode, and I say no name your modern you're interested in developing football. As long as I am interested, I'm my ing home because meti a manum so me now. A yasama can over and over again. Politicians by the time I bet to aba woni shia worker our be yama sports. Dan someone say your calendar or her Black Stars okakobo, Starlets bebo, Satellites, ebebo, Black Queens bebo, enonko. Because you cannot reap where you have not sown. And they do know. Say, the Bayanes are gonna feel disappointed after a few days we'll get over it. Media a kamenkwa, young kotipenko. Now on mine, young country and pain for say, you someone you're interested in sports and TSM. Mo fire see here. Because sports no omo yet nana. They are not interested.
Good morning, Nana. Okay, so I remember my days in Infantiman Girls. Our sports coach always ensured that we had a school psychologist take us through the drills before and after every game. Also, I believe it is a generational mindset here in Ghana. Parents are even not encouraging their kids to participate in active sportsmanship. Rachel Tutu, Rach, Mate, Yadasi. Yeah, very far.
No, Edu baby, no, me say per appointment in your mom, we name say sports no monty asiye. Into nomophobia, no more than NATO sports ministry, and answer no more than NATO her. But I have come to the conclusion saying, so what the sports minister cried to her, one I'm on a budget ma or the sports no. So our ideas and abia about how to engage the private sector to come in. But central government in a devote to sika. Central government in a infrastructure. Central government in a policies such as school sports, school sports, what am I say? And making sure that it's going. Central government and yes such policies are a man in the past or he others yet me fa a group of coaches say you train you more in this on better kwaya. What am I say? I was say your policy from the top. But central government actually said they are not interested. Forget about what their communicators say anywhere. Because Abase was say, Omonya question, I was so more answer. Me dear. Masem nyina ne say yenya interested in sports. Ade yenya interested no yenya say ye da o man ne nkra more talent. Omodwen so munya scholarship kwa abrochi a ombetime tu ama o man no ana ase bobo kakra he wo na mu bu a obetene fie. Me say sports no yenja yenya interested. Government be akasa me begrudge no at least why sincere to it.
Okay. Musa Batwa in Kumasi says Nana Akese, sports in Ghana has deteriorated sadly over the years, with the lack of proper funding and infrastructure hindering our athletes and teams from reaching their full potentials. A 24-hour economy. A 24-hour economic policy could play a significant role in revitalizing our sports sector by attracting both local and foreign investors back to football. Coach, behave. Coach and Gwagu, behave. What? By creating a more stable and attractive. Okay. All right. Musa Abatu Yate Yadamasi. Good morning, Nanaya Okesi. I wanted to phone in, but no chance. My name is Emmanuel Tufor, former 200 and 100 meter record holder, 3 times Olympics for Ghana. Ango Tufor, we will reach out to you. Most definitely, we have to reach out to you. We will reach out to you. Anyway, Coach Grace.
Yes, sir. The way forward,
for Ghana sports.
First and foremost, no. Mekai pass in 2008. President Kufuor, Jitu Musa Yebe hosti.
Who's the winner?
President Bronze.
President Kufuor built the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium.
And a sipon.
That facility, no, it had proper Titan track.
Yeah.
A sipon.
Yeah.
Any Kumasi there, no. Any airwork. And I won't go down. Airwork had one. Now we have, but over the years, no, maintenance culture, no, has been very, very bad, very, very poor. So going forward, one of the things we need to do as a country is to go back to all these top facilities now. We need to go and renovate them and then tell ourselves never again. That is what we are saying, because if we now, if we cannot do all those things, no, nature say young. Nature say young, because Kaipan Sika President Kufuor EDC Esipon and Aliu Mahama, those two were the two brand new. Accra and Kumasi were renovated. Accra the renovation, we lost the Titan tracks there.
And even that year, Kaipan say Oko Kumasi a West School.
That's right.
West School. Omoye standard training pitch ewa West School.
That's right.
Omoye bako Prempeh College and omoye bako UAS. And or renovative Paju, ever tech
sanity. And number one, we need to go back and renovate all these facilities, because look, there's Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium in the north.
Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium. Dr. Mrs. Beaches, we have fair the other room me call recently a breast cancer awareness.
That's right.
Now me stadium hono.
No Raho.
Me real.
There you go.
Me real.
Like we'll go out there to compete. Facilities, ni logistics, here they are competing. No, yes, I know. And the young guno, and the young guno, and the minra, very say young guna, or casa young guno, me tiano, young guno saying, but fundamentally, no, Sikana na yetugu. Look, yawaha. Under this government, when we were told that resource centers were being built, now lots of the resource centers, there were Titan tracks, there were volleyball facilities, swimming, as we speak, maybe apart from Kofoedu, any 1 or 2 be, me feel say ya complete, me hunya. Oh my, so far.
Azuma Nelson, hey, and any cry.
Me baho. Nana, me call Azuma Nelson Sports Complex. Uncle Dan, I think about a month ago, me drew hono. Me sister painted around that area. Me call Sra, me sister, me so, me bon rana me shend the complex there. Me bahache. and I'm a bora. Look, Mira Huyama. And I told myself that look, Azuma Nelson Tiasio, he's alive.
Coach, just a minute.
That's right.
Oh, Peter, some friend of you. Pacho Twazo.
Azuma Nelson Tiasi, he's alive. I am ready to debate and anybody on the continent of Africa. Azuma Nelson is the greatest sportsman Africa as a continent has ever produced. I'm ready to take anybody on this matter. If we have such a legend, I guess he's the only African boxing Hall of Famer. Yes.
The professor.
Of course, if we have such a person alive and we can treat him like this, nature says, young
sports no. Nasi kaka
nature say young
resource amuwie no mode ya athlete amoboa no mfanya de foforo.
Go to the Azuma Nelson complex and fix the mess there. That alone can be turned into a boxing hub. Me amiti hey me say Ghana ye tutu ye nyama ya one of the sports are able to not guarantee medals any boxing. I have no doubt when I'm a Ghana man, so I know what I'm talking about. Mama. Mani mama, come mama. We will look, no doubt. Ghana need talent, boxing talent. Ben what Ghana ha Azuma Nelson be identify no. Ebe so ninsa. Edibe call any of the top world gym in the world that Omer rejected Sakola no. Amon kan kire me.
Never.
And see that look, Mayweather mo Oscar de la Hoya, name all the established gyms in the world. Azuma Nelson holds your hand, he takes you there. Nobody will ask you any question. Automatically, that talent is there. We cannot use this man whilst he's alive. Once the man is alive, monument kakra, na say, bibi kakra ye di di atu so ya say no. Me can pass the honorable Siam. He told us the duration you better take the CISA facilities. Me fast ways. Look, you can choose to abandon all the other resource centers. Don't do it though. But you can decide to abandon all the other resource centers we see, but not the Azuma Nelson Sports Complex. Mr. His Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. As for this resource center, a legacy project of the current administration. Munko Shen Azuma Nelson Sports Complex no ete. And make sure that that facility is brought to the standard that I recommend them see. Just use it as a hub for boxing. Make that place a boxing hub to unearth boxing talent and develop them. That gives Ghana a minimum of at least 3 medals in the next Olympic Games in America. Minimum, we take 3 medals. Yeah, to me, yes, that is 3 medals. Added to the 5, we've already got 8. And to your best, you're paying for. Maybe the say, yes, the Legon Sports Stadium, the Titan tracks, everything there is top notch, it's world class. If you go to Boteman, I think it was through Boteman, and I was swimming here. Go to Boteman, you have done something beautiful there.
Yeah, sorry, John.
You applaud the government too for doing that. But going forward, no. Please maintain. You're maintaining some facility. You're making sure some facilities no and say.
Mate, Dige.
Nana, mami yani quick. Now, first of all, yen to me say.
But Mama can say Nanka ya pesi and cool at Chenkomo. Imano to 4 na do na fen cool ano. But
time with the emo.
Nyane sakra ne line Nanka sakratia to.
Okay.
Anga gola ya no bekasa. Subsequent program.
My yen to me say the next 4 years you better about the same thing.
There you go.
Because we've never learned from our lessons as a country. Men I see nana yensua hwe free. Yasesa Chicago play mu call Brazil. Yensua hwe free. Jamafe commission report yensua hwe free. Olympic Games are ya coins in recent times. Yensua hwe film. Ndinana bibia nsesa. The Armenian Nomokas Yengu sports maybe I disagree. Because it was a one area. You are right. On that score I agree with you. A one area. Nana NDC MPP omu preach employment for the youth. One area make me a creative job for the youth. Yes, sports.
No two ways.
Would they do it?
If we make a conscious effort, Ghana can produce 5 world champions in the next 5 years. Every year we can produce a world champion.
Boxing.
Also, this new message say, Nkrumah had infrastructure. Okay, accepted. Nana, Aban way infrastructure comparatively, he's done better than his predecessors and those ahead of him. I don't know who every other government since independence. But the fact is that we have not made a conscious effort to derive results from the investment the government has made. Argentina, Esiama, Honorable Esiama DSC and CNC 10 sports complexes. Now, at some point, Yenis Kampua, Nana, on paper, I am told to say, Yewe Axim, Koforidia, 2, Dunkwa Onofin, 3, Wa, 4, Ho, 5. Any one other venue, they are supposed to be 6.
Yes, will be non hold.
Good. Enti Argentina yaw. Adia ye university wom.
Yeah.
Na yen to me shaping it up. Just ebi o cry ye twa to social media reho. Say adia buying this cash no. Just commissioning it and handing over. Ye German can wurim. Now what sort of mindset do we have?
It's leadership.
What sort of mindset? Say abandon university rio. Why tartan tracks? Why flood light? Why barricade? Why field? Why pitches? Just young kocha humam niam for momu use no. I can't room as we speak.
Whose duty is it to make sure it's done? It's leadership.
Exactly.
It's all I'm saying. It's leadership.
Apart from say Nkrumah had investment, he made a conscious effort
to put them to use.
Why do you think that he consciously sent CK fit to Germany? Say even though he was going to play football, he should learn coaching alongside. No be coaching Black Stars. Or time ya mo wie and obey coach Emba Free or not the Black Star man. Apart from the resources, he made a conscious effort. Unfortunately, Nanado has invested so much in sports, but the sports ministry did not make a conscious effort to help us derive the benefit we want. Because Abaya Way University was sports in any other government since the history of this country. Why should you go to Olympics? Now you say
but you see
what I say?
You see
medium, if you say apart from the resources, there is the need for a conscious effort. Say we want results, and A, B, C, D, and you results. See, believe you me, next 4 years, you
see, I'll just take a second. Say, obey infrastructure, whatever. What is the plan?
It's to put it to
use. If it's to put it to use, it comes from a policy first.
A policy direction.
Or policy now. Or person we implementing T and I wouldn't say me here this kind of infrastructure or others. Can we say, even this government that has invested so much in infrastructure, no, the policy
working policy, no.
It is the policy that drives all of that.
That's it. Those things are supposed to come from the ministry.
From the minister. So what's sorry now your officer over here AstroTurf Diajo Samba. Etutu and from at the choir.
Yeah,
that is the end of it.
Match.
There has to be a policy. It is what I have been speaking about. Without that policy, you will waste money.
Yeah, me must say me to a bit. Dear Michelle said, "No, Hannah, if you not a man for send no message, besides say, can say interconomoye. Yeah, regions ni be ya resource no way.
Nano video be a me your rabbit.
Resource be a new chess, I dare no more, and I hear no more, no, and I yaw. I dare by who crown so I can say, even infrastructure na SCC ye no crown. M1 was say, yes, policy, over country be a sporting facility. Be a 20 years after year renovation, and a Ghana ha. A buying BC facility 2 years. You say a buying from a renovation. Yes, see in the same. Yes, yes, you would see within some few years. Yes, Cape Coast Stadium. And our sports now see in a crowd. Winnie Bamina, my cohoda, Winnie Sports College, na Quashe, so Athletic over Benya Buhana, baby about tennis, baby, Winnie Sports College, yes, see a honey about football, or rebel. It is a son you men now. Oh, yes, I know. I say, I don't know when you want to say, oh, yeah, they are. Because canning for now, Sebi, manima ne yesi omoye badwumi bre no ne yesi facility na eche saa time na mobile games ne ade no omo ba betu na afibia na Titan tracks ne ho ene e work ye nansa ya ba ko na ke ye even woman ko tumrika ne ade maye no sesa games ne o security games a ye yenya athlete o
e work there
me take it time e sports authority say mama mene dan yen ko sponsorship na mo de mo fa security for man no SSR games sports authority anye me model o hodi mbato munim nti yawo me gidi se de ye na one area ne wo se suban ne kire se yenye ready mmabunu ne nkwala na ho ne ye ready so mbe na untumi mfa obi a se be yesi apontinya mfie mensa yensa no akwala na wo se wo de share ase ena eti aye kan se ye pese Los Angeles ye beko na next Olympics ne beko akwa bibi papa wo se ye share ase se ye tie enye se bre na du akwala bi otiti ne mawirem abrawie ona so de ne kwa akwaje sebe ni suban ne ye ne ntete ne kura na en conform to enyo ma pese okoye wo games na ase ye ne coaches ne ade kokon tournament ase da
Jael, Mrs. Jael from Pom Manson, oye senior ICU nurse, or veteran administration, and I was saying extra there, West Coast University, Dallas or Texas. Said Aywa with that Cynthia and Jones. Say Yamfa happy birthday. Emma Mrs. Jael from Pont Manson. Happy birthday. Disposable shop needs a sales girl between the ages of 25 and 30. Must be a social media pro, must be smart, must be staying around Pukwasi Franco Estate or Kwabenya Enclave. Ubia Oton disposables, shop ubi up ubi na ye juma. So ya buy when you fear you num ekobe eduasa. Na so emu ho dia ene na also so watu edi adwuma bia ba beda ho amount. So when you want for 0200 264159 0200 264159 0200 264159. Abja for ha ene brebe me akwa no pay yademo say coach Christopher namely Veronica Come enim ado ena Dan Kwaku Yeboa enim penifo anope ni omo etwetwe enkomo Dr. Father Dixon Kennedy Asante o say so for Kojo Asante Stephen Bar for Peter Square Isaac Opoku Pretty Joyce ena Odia Henkan Kwame Yebo na Akusu Ago ena hihye na medi ho chiame ya frame na ya kese wetu ya frame the cardinal metremu ema Ghana's morning voice the chairman general nyame ya adoma ochena mo bete nka me de rada sum dwe jamo makrabo
Mumbo krono na mbeke ya wo ha makase ya